Meanwhile, to a weather report of our own back home, it's no Hurricane Michael, but most parts of New Zealand will struggle to reach temperatures in double figures later this week as another late wintry blast sweeps through the country. Snow has closed roads in Southland and in Dunedin today, and the temperature there dropped from 19 this morning to just 7 degrees this afternoon. MetService meteorologist Angus Hines told me what we can expect.
Well, it's currently got some pretty cold air moving up the South Island, actually. We've just started to see the first few reports of snow down the far south of the country being sent in to around about 200 metres in places like Te Anau and Lumsden down in Southland. And that cold air is going to march its way north over much of the South Island throughout the rest of the day today and then into the early hours tomorrow. So expecting some more snowfall for some southern areas in the next 24 hours or so. And then throughout the day tomorrow, it's going to be pretty wet conditions for the top half of the South Island. Things will clear up quite nicely in the lower South Island for a time tomorrow. But then we have rain and shower activity moving on to the North Island this time from the west. Could be some strong winds up there as well.
OK, before we get on to the north, how unusual is this at this time of year? We've seen a couple of kind of late season snow dumps. Are we likely to see any more as the weeks drag on?
Well, there's going to be more coming this week, actually. So even after conditions clear up down south tomorrow, at the very end of the day tomorrow, about midnight, we do have another cold front moving on to the very far south of the country. And this one also has a bit of bite with it. So that's going to bring another bout of snow, not just for Southland, but also right up the eastern part of the South Island to inland Canterbury, in central Otago, and a lot of places in the South Island. So even once this first round clears, there's more coming before the end of the week.
Right, and then of course that gets to the North Island, it really translates to just more wind and rain.
Yeah, so there is a bit of a signal for some snow in central parts of the North Island at the end of the week, that same cold air that's moving up over the South Island on Friday. So there could be some snow for central areas, and that could include the likes of the Desert Road and the Napier to Taupo Highway for the central North Island. But for most places, the lower lying areas in the North Island, it's certainly going to just translate to some rain showers. There could be some heavy falls. There's also going to be some pretty strong winds for the likes of Wellington and the lower North Island. Gale force southerlies on the cards for Friday, and strong westerly winds for places north of that. OK, and how cold is it going to get? No, where are you interested in?
Oh, well, maybe we can start in the south and move north.
Yeah, well, South Island's got some pretty low maximums for this time of year, particularly for Friday when there's that strong southerly pushing over, lots of cold air, and behind that we're sort of looking at highs of around 8 or 9 degrees for places in the lower South Island, which is so not even cracking double digits at this time of year, pretty uncommon. And you throw in the fact that there's going to be frequent showers and strong winds. The wind chill will probably make it feel even a few degrees cooler than that. So certainly pretty cold temperatures down there. As per usual, things are going to be a couple of degrees warmer for the North Island, but even for many spots up there, we're looking at highs of around 10, 12, 13 degrees. So really a cold snap for everyone.
Angus Hines from MetService with that weather warning.